Christian Kenneth Ginsburg coined that term. He has a book coming out about it in the spring, so it's getting some attention. And joining me to dive into the idea, psychotherapist Robi Ludwig. Good to see you.
Good to be here.
So we heard it in the soundbite there, but what is Lighthouse parenting?
I love the visual. So it has all the good stuff of parenting, providing love, good communication, you're available, you're a port in the storm, but you also give freedom. So your kids can make choices and learn from those choices.
Okay.
So it's like a combination of being there, but giving the freedom to discover what they need to do.
Being there, but not being there too much, maybe.
Yes.
So how does that benefit? I mean, it's sort of obvious, but how might that benefit the child if you're not too all-encompassing, but you're letting them have some freedom?
Well, first of all, it helps them to have better self-esteem because you're saying, I believe in you to figure out what the issue is. For example, if you have a kid who gets a bad grade from a teacher, instead of the parent calling the teacher, you encourage the student, your child, to say, you go to the teacher, figure out what you need to learn. So they're developing coping skills, which they will take out into the world, and they can trust themselves. And they learn how to evaluate decision-making with results.
Yeah, I'm thinking about when your kid says something happened at school and your immediate impulse is to do something.
Right.
You got to sort of pause and say, what did you do when that happened to you at school? Are there drawbacks to giving too much freedom, though?
Well, it doesn't work for every child, so you need to know your child. It's not ideal for younger children. You always have to see what works. And also, it's very hard for parents to not step in there when their child is kind of flailing around. And it's kind of having the understanding that you're still there for them, but you're imparting wisdom.
Right.
And that's what it's really all about.
You're the lighthouse with the light shining and imparting some wisdom.
That's how I see myself.
I feel like all these slogans that we use, doesn't it sort of feel like parenting is somewhere in the middle of all these things that we talk about, you know, the helicopters and the gentle parenting.
Yes, I just heard this
Lighthouse.
phrase, life exists in the gray. And so it's really about creative parenting, who you are combined with your child and what they need. So it's nice to hear these labels to give us a sense of how to proceed, but the best way to proceed is to use your gut instinct and continue to learn.
For parents, though, that are interested in this concept of lighthouse parenting, how do you start? Like if somebody's thinking, well, I don't even know how to get there, what would you say?
So you're just going to be you, supportive and loving, and communicate, appreciate your child's boundaries, encourage them that they have the wisdom to figure things out and to learn, and to remind them this will serve them as they go out into the world. But just know you're always there to help them tweak and figure things out.
I can hear somebody out there saying, but wait, aren't there consequences? What if they misbehave, for example?
Well, you don't want to let your child get in harm's way. So know your child. But just start by loving them, appreciating the boundaries, and appreciating your goal as a parent is to help your child become a successful, independent adult. And this is one way to do that.
I'm going through some of that right now with my older kids, who are out of the house and trying to find that balance of like letting things be their issue and it's not mom's problem anymore.
And just saying, I have faith in you to figure it out, but I'm here if you want to just talk through the process.
Right. Luckily, my kids don't usually watch TV in the afternoon, so I think I'm safe. Robi Ludwig, or not. Thank you. There's much more news ahead. You're watching NBC News Daily.